And then she was like, you know what? Okay, here's what I can promise you. You save up for a deposit for a house, because that's basically all you need, and I'll match it. I was like, what? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's gonna be a story time. Okay, so initially how I wanted to do this video was, okay, why is just my face showing? It's not a beauty video. Let me change the camera lens real quick because this ain't it. Okay, be right back. All right, I think that's better, right? Like, it's not so distant, we're together, you can hear me proper, I don't have to shout. Today's video, we're going to be doing a quick story time. Well, I'm gonna try and make it quick. The idea that I had for this video was to do like a get ready with me, doing my makeup, and telling you how I bought my first investment property. And then I was like, girl, you talk a lot, like you talk too much. Doing my makeup takes like an hour. And I was like, I know definitely throughout that entire putting on my makeup process that I'm gonna be talking. And then there's gonna be 1 hour video unnecessarily. So I decided to already just do my makeup and then come at you with a story time. So we can sit down and chill, grab a drink. I think I'm gonna do that. Let me grab a drink. Okay, this is the last time. Let me just grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alrighty, can we get started? Can we get started? Can we get started? Okay, so I've been thinking about doing this video for a really long time. Specifically the video about how my journey towards buying my first investment property. I obviously hinted at it when I did my budgeting video at the beginning of this year. And I had planned on heading literally straight into, you know, investment property and speaking about that subject, yada, yada, yada. The reason why I have taken so long to get to this point where I sit down and speak about my journey is I don't like speaking about my journey. I don't. Like, I like to keep my things my things. I even like to keep our things my things. I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch. Even when they've hatched, I'm still very doubtful. So yeah, I'm pessimistic. I don't like to talk too much. And I know life will humble you. Sit down. Sit down. You're not there yet. So yeah, I've been hesitant to talk about my journey online because of that and a couple other things, like, you know, basically just like life will humble you and don't count your chickens. So I didn't want to come on here and make it seem like I know what I'm doing or I even made the right move. But then I really thought about it a lot and I was like, if there weren't people that were willing to speak about their own mistakes and their journeys and whatever, I would not be where I'm at today. So the worst that could happen is that you watch me fall and watch me get back up again. And another reason why I have not wanted to do specifically this video, because I knew I'd have to start with this video, right? I would have to start with how did I invest in my first property, why, how, yada yada. And I don't really have the answers to that because everything in my life kind of amalgamated into one timeline. Not even a timeline, it's just I bought it because I could and I can and I wanted to. Like, I don't know, but let me just explain. My journey with understanding property or just having it be a part of my life probably started like before I was born. So my parents, their not passion project, what is it called? Life project was the first house that they built in Zim. So growing up, I even remember like running inside the, what do they call it? I don't know what the technical term is. Please correct me down in the comment section below. But you know when they dig holes for the foundation of the house, and then there's like basically the holes, like the outline of the house. I remember me playing in the outlines of the house, and I was short enough for me to like disappear into the outlines and like play hide and seek in like the foundation building of the house. So I've always kind of been around the whole property, I don't want to call it a lifestyle, guys. I don't even have the words for it. It was just there, you know. I knew my parents were into that kind of stuff. Obviously too young to understand what the heck is going on. Kind of moved on with my life. We move. And then as I grew older, so like this is now completely separate, okay? So they've just been into the property game lifestyle. As I grew older, I always knew that I wanted to be a businesswoman. I still do. It's tough. So I always knew that I wanted to like call the shots. And honestly, I won't lie, I always wanted to be a businesswoman because I don't like being told what to do, which is ironic because actually you get told what to do more by being a businesswoman than not being, but that's a story for a whole other video. But anyway, I always knew that I wanted to like run the show, you know, call the shots. I wanted to do accounting and business back in varsity. My parents were like, that's cute and all, but nope. Nope. You know, African parents, they have their own hopes and dreams. They push that on you. So they were like, no, you're gonna do sciences. So I did biochemistry, physics, maths, core, obviously. The only choice that I had in varsity with regards to choosing my subjects was, did I want to do geography or IT? I chose IT because I wanted a free laptop. I know, so stupid. I chose IT because I knew my parents would have to buy me a laptop for school. So I was like, bet IT. So I obviously matriculated with the sciences and everything. When it came to varsity now, I obviously had the sciences on my back and I could now do what I wanted to do, which was go into, I think we call it commerce. So I did BCom accounting in varsity, much to my parents' dismay. And they probably want to shove me back into varsity right now and have me become the doctor of the house, the doctor of their dreams. Not gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, so I graduated varsity in 2015, obviously thinking, you know, I'm gonna become a CA, I'm gonna be out here being the CEO, running companies, you know, I still had that dream, I still do, okay? But ended up changing from BCom accounting, which one was the accounting, the chartered accounting one? Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if you're at NMU or know the NMU stream. I was in C3, then I went down to C2, or I was in C1 and then went to C2, and then at the end of the year I had to now get my post-grad and then go to honors in order for me to continue into chartered accounting. Tell me why I didn't realize that you were supposed to apply for that separately. I thought, hello, I'm graduating from your school. It's like being told in grade 9 that, oh, by the way, oh, so you come now, you graduate grade 9 2010, then 2011 you come back to the same school and they're like, you didn't apply for grade 10. How? Simply, what do you mean? So when it came to applying for post-grad, I was late, so I couldn't apply for post-graduation. I didn't know that. Yeah, so I couldn't do that. And then that was November of 2015. Realized I can't go further, which really wasn't even a big deal because, oh my gosh, I just wanted to be a business owner. Like, this whole school thing is just like messing with my vibe. I'm kidding. Yeah, and then December came about, which is holidays, so I'm not worried about anything. January came about, and then I saw this advert on Facebook for the school that was teaching SEMA. If you are in BCom, or especially if you're in BCom accounting, then you will know there is this thing that they call SEMA, like it's a SEMA stream. So you either become CASA, and within the CASA stream you can become like you can do the auditing side or you can do the business side. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a long time. And then I always knew that there was this SEMA thing, but I knew it as like this overseas thing not being taken seriously here in South Africa. So why would I be bothered? But remember now, I'm not doing postgrad. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what the SEMA thing is about. I go to the open day for the SEMA thing, and then I realize, oh snap, this is actually legit the real deal. I don't know why I never paid attention to them when they came to NMU to do their whole presentations or whatever, but this is the real deal. So it's basically, if you study through SEMA and and you write their exams. So you write kind of like their board exams, I'd like to say. Please correct me about all this if I'm wrong, because my terminology, you know by now on this channel, my terminology left. I learned about the SEMA thing and I was like, oh, legit, Chartered Global Management Accountant, Chartered Global. I was like, yeah, I'm there. Now I can be a business owner and a business runner throughout the world. I'm like, bet, I'm there. So now I was thinking, I was weighing up my options, right? I was like, if I become a CASA, I'm kind of stuck in South Africa because you are a CASA. You're not a CA of the world. You are a CA according to what you have learned in SA syllabus, whatever. SEMA, on the other hand, is Chartered Global. So I'm like, yeah, no, global. Nah, I'm global. I'm there, we are within. So this was in January. If I recall correctly, it was actually the 19th of January that I found out about SEMA. Same time, I don't remember who hooked me up with the job, but there was a bookstore at NMU called Rehab Books and Technology. And the lady who was working there had to go on maternity leave. So the lady who was doing the accounting there had to go on maternity leave. So they decided to hire me because, hello, I am the one. I am the gal. So beginning of 2016, I now have SEMA that I've applied to, and I have a new accounting job that I've just started temping, you know, for this lady. And then same time, I know everything just happened. You see now why it was so hard for me to come on here and speak about like the timeline of my house buying and how everything just kind of worked together, is because everything kind of just happens at the same time. So you'll see that there's going to be very long gaps where I'm pretty much doing the same thing day in, day out, and then boom, you know? But yeah, same time, I see another Facebook advert, and it was this advert that I was talking about, do you know how to take selfies and post them online? Kind of dodgy now that I say it, but it was an advert that I was like, do you know how to take adverts and post them online? We could use you or somebody, somewhere, something, somehow. It was an advert for a job. I was like, bet, your girl has never been afraid to be I was about to say multi-talented, no. Multi-employed. I was like, yes, it doesn't matter, I'll do it. I can do it now. I post selfies, you know, and the thing is, at that point, I'd already started with my blogging and I was growing my Instagram. I hadn't started with YouTube at that point, but I was like, yo, I can do that. So I got hired to do digital marketing on behalf of an agency for other businesses. So now how my life was, this was now we're in Feb already. Remember, I graduated November 2015. We are in Feb and I have 3 jobs, okay? So it was, my 9 to 5 was the accounting temp job, and then my 5 to like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. was doing the digital marketing on behalf of this agency. And then the school that I was doing SEMA through didn't have enough students in PE, so I unfortunately had to attend school in East London. So my Saturday and Sunday was driving to East London so that I can have lectures 9 to 5. So I already from the get-go I was working 24/7, 365, which is not healthy. Don't do that. Yeah, and then that's what happened. As soon as I started working, my mom was like, oh, okay, this is great. So now you can start saving up for your house. Excuse me? She's like, yeah, no, you could start saving up for your house now. I'm like, I don't know where we have a miscommunication here, ne? I know it might look like I'm doing a lot, but I'm still entry level, so I'm not earning as much as you would think I'm earning. And mind you, by this time now, because I was working 9 to 5 during the weekdays, making that money, and then literally that money would disappear on Friday, because Friday I'd have to pay for my petrol, I'd have to pay for food, I'd have to pay for lectures for me to attend over the weekend, and then come Sunday I'm working again for Friday and Saturday, and then the money that I was working for digital marketing was there to petrol me from Monday to Friday. You see the equation here? So I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. See, I'm even choking still to today. So good. So good. It would be better if with immediate effect wasn't a thing. So, you know. I say this part of the story, guys, because it's very important. Yeah. So, beginning of 2016, I'm working. I'm there. I'm within. I'm doing the things, you know? In my head, I'm seeing myself being CEO of something. Even though with the parts that I was taking, nothing was being CEO'd here except for just literally working for other people. But I was like, you know what, it's fine, it's okay. I'm happy. Because also at this point, guys, after I graduated, my parents literally just financially dropped me, which makes sense. I mean, I have a degree. Like, you are no longer a part of our problem. You are no longer a part of our budget, monthly, weekly, daily, minutely, yearly, you know? So yeah, I knew I had to work, and I knew that if I wanted to have the sort of lifestyle that would allow me, I mean, I bought my camera using my own money, painfully. All the lenses, all the investments that I made for my YouTube channel, I knew that if I wanted to do that, there was no way my parents were gonna allow me to do that with their money. So yeah, I knew I had to work. That was fine. But this whole saving up for a house thing, I'm not sure where you want that money to come from, mama, but it ain't coming from me. I ain't doing it. And then in the beginning of the year, when it came to rehab books and technology, we had a bit of a misunderstanding, especially with the people that worked there, not the owner. The owner was 100. Me and the owner are forever, and you're my homie, okay? But the environment with the people that I was working with just wasn't the one for me. And luckily, that's the same time that my digital marketing agency was like, yo, we want you full-time. Like, you know what you're doing, and you're doing good things. We want you to come full-time. So I was like, bet. Now I can work from home 24/7, which means I can work on my YouTube and become the CEO of the life that I want, you know? So I was like, okay, cool. Started working from home, and I was still going to lectures in East London. That was basically the whole of 2016. So that introduction was just for things that are going to come later, but that was basically the whole of 2016. End of 2016, started my YouTube channel. Was it end of 2016? It was 2016, somewhere, somehow. Started my YouTube channel, and that was my life, you know? And all throughout 2016, 2017, my mom kept on saying, Laurina, it's time for you to buy a house. And I'm like, I understand what you're saying. I'm not disputing it at all. I just don't think you understand that I don't have the money. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, guys, there was pressure. If it wasn't for my parents, guys, that's why I gave the introduction and I keep mentioning my mother. If it wasn't for my parents pushing me to just do the damn thing, I would not be here where I am today. And I say this to say, not all of us, but a few of us kind of make these excuses that I was making to my mother, like, I don't have enough money, it's not the right time, it's too early. I honestly was like, bruh, why are you rushing me? Like, I'm so young. Like, why are we trying to do this right now? Like, I don't have like a proper job yet. It's not the right time. I'm so young. Like, I honestly, I don't know. It wasn't clicking, guys. For the first 2 years, it wasn't clicking. Come end of 2017 now. Come end of 2017. Oh, Lord have mercy. End of 2017 was the roughest time I've ever had in my life. Like, yo, guys, I hope I get to the point somehow, somewhere, some way where I can tell you everything that was going on in my life. I don't even want to like get into it because I don't want to like dampen the mood. But I honestly, I was over everything. Like, I was over life. I was, nah, it was bad. It was hectic. It was rough, you know? By the time 2018 came, I think because I'd been through so much at the end of 2017, I was just like, you know what, like, life is so short, hey? Like, literally 2017 showed me that it can just, life can, hey, life can just, you know? So when 2018 came about, I was just like, what do I really have to lose by just tackling everything that I want to do and going on, like head on the way I want to just head on? And if I fail, I fail because I I've tried it every other way and I still failed. So come 2018, I was a new girl. Hi, shame, you couldn't tell me anything. 2018, beginning of 2018, I know. That's when Laurina arrived. I arrived. Ndabojwa. We were here. The culture, or not the culture, the vibe that I always had, that, you know, there's no such thing as working too much, went full force 2018. So remember now that I wasn't doing accounting anymore. Regrettably, that's a story for another video. But I was just doing digital marketing and I was working on my YouTube channel, and I was kind of studying for SEMA, but I won't lie, guys, I was taking it very slow. Hey, hi guys. No, self-study. Anyone who has a UNISA degree, please comment down below. I respect you 100%. Don't let anybody tell you anything. Anyone who has studied online and has gotten their degree online, because I'm trying to imagine, with the way I've struggled with studying for SEMA post-grad, I can only imagine how it must be straight out of matric and then going to self-study or studying online. Hey, respect, please give them the respect they need down below. Beginning of 2018, that's when I entered presenter search. If you want to find out about my presenter search story, I have a video up on that. I'll leave it somewhere, somehow. And yeah, entered presenter search, and then mid 2018 was when I was offered a job at a private school, which is where I'm teaching right now. I went in there. I was actually supposed to go to that job, I think the end of the previous year, which was 2017, but something or other happened. They ended up hiring someone else. But I mean, you know, when things are meant for you, they're meant for you, darling. Ended up going there mid 2018. End of 2018, I now is it the CEO or the CEO? It must be the CEO. I don't want to get it wrong, but I think the CEO of SEMA Africa saw me on presenter search, and obviously they were like, Laurina's a SEMA student, blah blah blah, and the CEO was like, yes, one of our own. Okay, yes. So SEMA had a gala at the end of the year. And the SEMA CEO was like, yo, we want you to be the MC since you can do both. CC. I'm not gonna be a rapper. That's not how I'm reaching CEO status. I'm not gonna be a rapper. So I was like, bet, yes, what? 2018. I was like, listen, 2017 nearly crumbled me. I was nearly not entering Happy New Year. Of course, I'm taking it on, whatever, bet, let's go. So they flew me out to Johannesburg, slept at the Marriott Hotel, by the way, 5 stars, okay, 5 out of 5. One of the best hotels I've ever been to in Joburg, if not the best. But anyway, that's a story for another video. And yeah, when I was there, I'm busy MCing, busy doing my thing, you know, scripting, nervousing. I have a whole vlog on the SEMA Gala, so go watch that video. Little did I know that the owner of the school that I had gone English. So remember that I went with a school. I don't want to mention the school's name because I don't think I have the rights to do that. We'll name the school FCB. And I just got the thingy from this bar. FCB, facial glycerin cleansing bar, FCB. So I had been with FCB, remember, in the beginning of 2016 when I was attending school in East London and whatever. The owner of FCB was there, obviously, because his school is the one that's, you know, teaching SEMA students or teaching SEMA classes. So he looks at me and he's like, hey, don't I know you? And I was like, my guy, you taught me. And I paused, thank you. Ngiyabonga. Is that how you say it? Ngiyabonga. And he was like, yeah, no, I remember you. And I was like, yeah, bet. Then, you know, we went our separate ways. Beginning of 2019 now, I'm YouTubing, I've got digital marketing. Oh yeah, and then the beginning of 2018 was also the time when beginning of 2018 was the time where I had gotten a brand ambassadorship with a hair company. You guys know this by now. I don't even need to mention them. Let's name them Orange. So I was now the hair ambassador for Orange. I was now doing quite a lot of MCing because of presenter search. I had YouTube going on, I had digital marketing going on, I had teaching going on, I had a lot going on. Beginning of 2019, CEO or owner of FCGB, what is it? FGCB says, yo, I'm in PE right now. Can we please meet up for a meeting? I'm like, bet, meetings, I love them. Yes, of course, progression. We want it. I obviously didn't even know what he wanted, but I was like, I'm always down for a meeting. Let's speak about progression, you know? And then he was like, we wanted to know if you would be interested in heading the department, the branch, faculty. Yes, that's what we would call it. The faculty of FGCB here in PE. So we want you to be a lecturer. I'm like, me? Little old me? No way. Yes. So I was like, yeah, bet. By this time now, mind you, I've already had like, what, 6 months of teaching experience. Obviously teaching and lecturing, two different things, but that's a video. That's a topic for another video. If you want me to talk about these topics for another video, in the actual videos for these topics, let me know. But yeah, I was like, bet, I'm down for it. So beginning of 2019, that's when things became hectic, eh? Yeah, the last time I had lack of sleep was 2016, but 2019, guys, last year. Let's not lie to each other. If you were following me on Instagram, then you know your girl was hustling, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so I've told you all this so that we can reverse a little bit to the middle of the end of 2018. And by that I mean around August, you know, the middle of July, and then is it okay, anyway, around August. My mom was like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of you. And I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? She's like you're not taking what I'm trying to tell you seriously. And what you're gonna find is, with all this hard work, my camera's about to switch off. So let me switch it off on its behalf and switch it back on. I've been speaking for this long. Yo, guys, we might need to do a part 1 and part 2. Aye. Okay, let me switch it off and switch it on. Okay, we're back. I don't know if this is now the part 2. Have I done a part 1 and part 2? Because part 1 was so long. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyway. So my mom was like, listen, like, you are working so hard. We are so proud. I'm so proud, okay? But for what? And I'm like, what you mean? What you mean for what? Like, because I'm a baddie, like, this is what I do. And she was like, yeah, like, but you're working so hard, but where is it going? And I'm thinking, oh, but I'm sustaining my own life. I'm living the life. I'm buying my own cameras, my own lenses, my own equipment. I'm starting up my own entrepreneur business. Is YouTube entrepreneurship? Please comment down below. I have a little qualm about using that business for YouTubers, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm not understanding. And she's like, no, it's time you buy your own property. I'm like, yo, here we go again with this property thing. I'm not there. I don't even have a career. Like, can I just stop making money? And she was like, but you are making money. Like, you are actually doing that. I didn't see, that's the thing, right? That's why I mentioned this. I didn't realize how much money was coming through my hands until she just had to stop me and be like, B, for what? Like, I think my parents would have allowed me or forgiven me or just enabled me to have all this money coming through. I mean, like, all these streams of income, had I been even buying a car, even just buying handbags, Louis Vuitton, whatever. But you know me, you guys have never seen such things because that's not my vibe right now. Maybe in the future. So they're like, bruh, there are so many people that have way less than you that are doing way more than you, and it's time you get your together. And I was like, damn, okay. And then she was like, you know what? Okay, here's what I can promise you. You save up for a deposit for a house, because that's basically all you need. And and I'll match it.